Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another amazing video. In this video, guys, we're gonna talk about Wendy Williams making a power move against her guardian, Sabrina Maurici. Now, this power move is Wendy Williams hiring asaprocky's attorney, Joe Tacopina. You guys know that Joe Tacopina, he's very serious. He looks at all the weaknesses and he takes them and he uses them as his advantage. And not just that, he exposes any ounce of lie that he detects during trial. And that lie is further, used to basically get his clients off the case, because you guys know that most recently he was victorious in getting asaprocky freed on all charges, according to what we saw played out publicly as it relates to the asaprocky and asaprelli trial, wherein asaprocky was on trial for assaulting asaprelli with a semi-automatic weapon. And asaprocky said, "Listen, Your Honor, it was a prop gun. It wasn't a real gun. And my friend told me that I should carry around a prop gun because it gets the job done with scaring off people just the same." So as such, asaprocky said he followed his friend's advice and it did work to the end. And the friend took stand and he said, "Yes, I did tell asaprocky to do that." And Asap really could not keep up with his lies. He did not even remember what his ex-girlfriend from 3 years ago looked like. So they were like, "Oh my God, you're that bad? You can't remember your ex-girlfriend?" And not just that, if you guys remember, there was some key plays on that case, because when asaprelli allegedly reported the shooting, the police went to the scene. They did not find any spent shells or anything that indicates or suggests a shooting took place at this area. But after the police did that, asaprelli went to the location and he found some spent shells. And Joe Tacopina was like, "No, Your Honor, because listen, something is weird about this. asaprelli was at a range a couple months before that, and he was using the same, weapon that he accused asaprocky of, firing shots at him from. So if it is the same weapon, who knows where those spent shells are coming from? What if asaprelli orchestrated this entire thing and saved those spent shells from the shooting range that he was at?" And not just that, Joe Tacopina wasn't just saying that. He had video evidence that asaprelli was literally at that shooting range, and that evidence was brought into court. And as such, that those things coupled together with every argument that he pushed forth has made asaprocky the free man that he is today. However, asaprelli says he's not done. He wants round two. No, that's just a backstory on just how amazing Joe is. And when I checked out his history, Joe Tacopina is known for winning his cases, and in the cases where it's so strong, he's known to get amazing plea deals for his clients. So as such, with Wendy hiring him, that Wendy has a very good chance of getting out of this luxury prison of a conservatorship that she's in. Now, during a podcast sit down on, I think it's called Two Angry Men, if not Four, on TMZ. So Joe Tacopina was there and they were asked, it's Two Angry Men. So it's Two Angry Men. So he was asked, what are his thoughts about the case? And he was like, so upset. He's saying that he has seen more criminals and murderers with way more freedom than what Wendy has. And he's saying that he watched that entire TMZ interview and he was shocked because he knows for a fact Wendy was misdiagnosed. And as such, ain't no reason they should be holding that woman hostage. Let's take a look at this clip together and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
I am told is that Wendy Williams wants to hire you, Joe, to get out of this guardianship.
Here's all I'll say about that. I watched your documentary. I was almost moved to tears when I watched that. And I was, quite frankly, a little bit outraged. I mean, that was a long and lengthy conversation that took on emotional tones, It took on serious tones. It took on factually intense tones. And there was absolutely nothing about that made me think, oh my God, this lady needs to be locked away in a ward where she can't leave whenever she wants to leave.
No internet. No internet. No visitors.
There are people who have committed murder who have actually more freedom than Wendy Williams. And there's something fundamentally wrong with that. I think there's a really misdiagnosis here. And I just don't understand. And I have to look into it. I really do, Harvey. And I've spoken to them. And look, when I feel something's wrong and I feel people are being wronged, it gets my gander up and it gets my creative juices going. And I really feel horrible for her.
Hey guys, I'm literally sitting here and somebody.
Now, guys, I would suggest that you guys go ahead and watch that podcast, because what Harvey was saying after that was that he got a message. There was a report from People magazine where the judge was saying it's a lie. They weren't barring Wendy from seeing her dad or anything like that. And she does have freedom. She doesn't have any freedom. Someone is very insisting on this woman remaining behind bars, because that's literally what she's in. They gave her 2 days to see her father for his 94th birthday and to see her son. I believe it was just 2 days, just the same. So why is it that they're insisting on holding this woman in that luxury prison? And you know what I'm realizing? I'm realizing that do you guys remember that story about Wendy Williams getting, drinking so much she got drunk, and because she had access to everything and she had freedom to everything, she was allowed to go up to the lounge, and she went up there and she drank herself to the point of no recognition, and as such, and that's why they restricted her access. But if we were literally thinking from a logical perspective, why not give everyone a memo? Why not have a notice board there and say, listen, whatever you do not serve Wendy Williams any alcoholic beverages, and still give her freedom, since that was the only thing that she did to, violate and to, get her freedom taken away from it. So this is very much telling that Wendy Williams is not the problem. It is these people. And not just that. Are you going to put everyone in a luxury prison that drinks and get drunk? Because half of society should be locked up somewhere, if not more than that. Come on, make it make sense. How is it that you're gonna keep this woman, you're gonna hold her hostage because, she got drunk when she just came to the facility? When Wendy, got to that facility, she was still, emotionally broken because of everything that her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, did to her, and everything that he was still doing to her, because after he cheated, he, disrespected her. He had her money taken care of. Sharina Hudson. Sharina was like, oh my God, I'm the new wife. The money's coming in. I'm gonna live my best life with my baby girl. I can get anything I want, with Wendy's money. And Wendy, divorced Kevin because it got too embarrassing for her. And she could not dismiss the evidence because she thought that she could, but she couldn't. And she tried to cover up for him, I believe. And as such, that whenever she got to that facility, she still had her emotions raw. And just imagine, you were out there out and about with your freedom. You are going through, the loss of a marriage, which is like mourning someone that you love and care for dearly. You're literally mourning the death. You're mourning the death of your marriage. And then those emotions are raw, and you're going to lock this individual, in a place where the people there, they're not familiar with those people. They're not familiar with that kind of lifestyle. And they thought that, she has to have dementia because, oh my God, it's not heartbreak for Wendy. When people get divorced, they go through heartbreak, emotional turmoil. When Wendy get divorced, it's dementia. Do you see how hypocritical that was? Yes, I am aware that her son, was taking her money, literally exploiting her, and it's not okay, but it does happen. She's not the first, her son is not the first child to do this to a parent. And all those other parents, were they put in a conservatorship? No. And that in itself is very telling. It's very, very telling. And as such, you have to see that something is not adding up here. Something is not making any sense. And that is literally what Joe Tacopina is saying. And if this man doesn't get Wendy out of that conservatorship, you know that the powers that be wants to keep her behind bars, because that's literally what they're doing. But because Wendy hasn't committed any crime and they cannot put anything on her because she's smart, she's witty, they are using this. They are resorting to this. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled to see what Joe does for Wendy. I'm confident he's going to get her out. I don't care what she does when she gets out. It's her life to live. I don't care if she's going to drink herself drunk. I don't care. She deserves her freedom, because so many people out here, they are a hot mess and they have their freedom. But it's your time to chime in. What's your take? I want to hear from you guys. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share, stay safe, and see you guys in the comment section where we'll talk some more. Peace.